this is Lieutenant Colonel Kelly Howard and welcome to Yoga Phase 3 post-PRT. We will begin again in mountain pose. Feet are hip width apart. The weight is evenly distributed among all four corners of the feet. Shoulders relax back and down. Gaze is soft, our eyes are closed. Just taking a few moments here to center and ground. Spine is long, crown of the head reaches towards the sky. The breath is deep and steady. Opening the eyes, clasp the hands behind the back for mountain pose with clasped hands. So with the feet rooted into the ground here, allow the crown of the head to reach towards the sky and the palms press together and reach down to the ground. So from the side you can see it like this. Palms are pressing, reaching down, and then on an exhale, we'll fold forward, stretching the back, the shoulders, releasing the head and neck. Again, keep the weight evenly distributed in the feet. The tendency will be for the weight to come in the heels. Balance that out. Keep the palms pressing. Maybe nod the head yes or shake it no. Make sure the neck is relaxed. Good, then bending the knees on an inhale, come up to stand, return to mountain pose. Coming down onto the floor, left knee on the floor, right leg out. This is gate pose. Inhale, reach the left arm to the sky, right hand comes down the right leg and side bend to the right. Stretching out the whole left side of the body. Reaching from the left knee through the left fingertips, gaze is up. Good. And then release and bring the right knee over the left knee, coming into cow face pose. So knee on top of knee, feet spread apart, and come to a seated position. So with the right knee on top, we're going to inhale the left arm up, so opposite arm and leg, and then bend the left elbow like you're patting yourself on the back. Right arm comes out to the side, thumb down, internally rotating. Then bend the elbow, wrapping the arm around, and try to clasp the hands. It doesn't matter if they clasp or not. We're just getting into our shoulders here. So stretching the hips at the same time as we stretch our shoulders. If this leg position is too intense, you can stay in easy pose, like this instead. Otherwise, knee on top of knee, feet move towards the hips. All right, release out from here and come up onto the right knee and extend the left leg out. So gate pose, opposite side, right arm reaches to the sky, get long. Exhale, side bend left. Breathe. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. You might find with each breath, the left hand moves a little bit further down the leg as you soften into the pose. Or if not, it's not a problem. Good, inhaling, come up. And this time cross the left knee over the right knee. Come to seated, feet are towards the hips. Reach the right arm to the sky, bend the elbow, pat the back. Left arm out, thumb down. Wrap it around, rotate it, clasp hands, or try. Just stretching the shoulders and the hips. This is cow face pose. Good, release the hands out. This time come to an easy pose, cross-legged, doesn't matter which leg's in front. Just gonna do a few neck rolls here. So start with the chin to the chest, and then bring right ear to right shoulder, head back, left ear to left shoulder. It's totally fine if you prefer just to bring right ear to right shoulder, and then left ear to left shoulder. Find what works well for your body. If the rolls feel good, do the rolls. Going in both directions. The neck's a little bit more sensitive. Just go side to side. All right. From neck rolls, we'll come into reverse plank. So there's two options here. You can start in reverse tabletop with the fingers pointing towards the ankles, lifting the hips up to form a flat table. And then for a more advanced version, reverse plank has you extending the legs all the way out, toes pointed, trying to touch the soles of the feet all the way to the ground, lifting the chest to the sky. You can relax the head so the neck is in a more neutral position, or tuck the chin in if the neck is feeling sensitive. But as much as those hips are lifting, the feet are pressing, all 10 fingers pressing, working the whole front side of the body. Breathing deep and steady here. And releasing down. Okay. From reverse plank, we'll move to down dog. So plant the hands, step the feet back, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. So feet hips width apart, hands shoulder width apart. And from down dog, we'll move into pigeon. So step the right foot forward, back knee down. Toe heel the foot over to the left hand. Allow the right knee to release to the ground. The foot will naturally come closer to the groin. You can step back a little bit with that left foot to create some space in the hips if you'd like. And now either stay up here, just really working that entire right hip, or come down onto the forearms. Take 5 deep breaths, releasing any stress or tension that you're holding in your hips. Then coming up on both hands, curl the back toes under, down dog. Deeply inhaling, deeply exhaling. Other side, left foot steps forward, back knee down, toe heel the foot over, release the knee, allow the foot to come in. Inhale, lift the chest, and then exhale, maybe come down onto the forearms. Back toes released. On an inhale, think let it. On an exhale, think go. Good. After the 5 breaths, come up onto the hands and come to down dog, and then looking forward across the ankles and come onto your backs for a supine spinal twist. So left leg extends out, hug the right knee into the chest, right arm out to the side like a wing. And then with the left hand, bring the knee over to the left side, right foot resting on the inside of left knee. Usually feels good here to adjust the shoulders, bring that left shoulder blade out from under you a little bit, reposition, and then turn and gaze out at the right hand. Good. Hug the right knee back into the chest. Swap it out with the left knee. Right leg extends, left knee hugs in. Then left arm out to the side. Bring the knee over towards the right side of the body. Adjust the shoulder blades underneath you. Foot rests on the inside of the knee. Turn and gaze out at the left hand. It's totally fine to do any other spinal twist option you prefer. You can keep both knees together. As you twist with the knees bent, you can cross one leg over the other, And twist that way. Good. All right, hug the knee back into the chest. And I'm going to move to the side for this next pose. So we're going to come from into bridge pose here. So feet are hips width apart. On an inhale, reach the hips up towards the sky, palms facing each other, elbows pressed down. You can either stay here or you can clasp the hands underneath you, shimmying the shoulders closer together. So those knees, make sure they're not splaying apart. Keep them together. The thighs are parallel, pressing down through the heels, lifting up through the hips. And kind of imagine that your knees are pointing out in that direction so that you're creating space in the hip flexors and in the low back. Deeply inhaling and exhaling. All right, release down here. And we'll do some windshield wipers to release any tension in the low back. Alternating knees. Hands can be wherever they're comfortable for you. All right, coming back to center, extend the left leg out and hug the right knee into the chest. So bringing the knees into the chest, we're going to go into a full happy baby this time, building on what we did in the last phase. So left knee comes up too, both knees hug in, and then clasp the outside of both feet. And soles of the feet come to the sky, knees come into the armpits. So this is full happy baby pose. You can rock side to side here if that feels good. You can be still if that feels good. The main thing to look out for here is that the entire back is on the ground. So watch that the low back isn't lifting up, it's pressing down. And there's just some stability from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Shoulders relax. Breath is deep and steady. All right, hug the knees back into the chest. And our final pose here is Shavasana, relaxation pose. So on an inhale, come up into a ball. Tighten everything. Your feet, your legs, your core, your arms, your fingers, your face. And then on an exhale, release it all down. In this final relaxation pose, you might want to bring the shoulder blades together under you to allow the palms to come out. Feet can flap out to the sides. Your breath can do whatever it would like here. Taking a few moments to absorb the effects of all of this work that you did. As always, if you prefer to bend the knees, if there's any tension in the low back, you're welcome to, allowing them to rest together. You can also always come to a seated position with the eyes closed. There's nothing to do here. We're just practicing being still. And if you're on the ground, rolling to the right side and pressing up to a seated position. Easy pose. Thanks for joining me today.